Right. I'm going to be doing an important video today, guys. Hopefully you guys are going to stick around and listen. This is a video that I should have made a long time ago. Haven't really made it. The main reason for that is YouTube has been pretty funny on a lot of things to do with coronavirus. You know, videos being taken out and I heard and stuff like that. I think they have got a little bit more lenient now, so I am making this video. I did see Cameron, Wolfie, make a video on this topic yesterday, which was one of the reasons which has kind of prompted me to make this video. Before anybody goes and says, oh, you know, you're copying him and this and that. Guys, it's not the time. It's something important. We need to be focusing on everything that's happening in the world right now. This is something that's never happened. With coronavirus, COVID-19, this has never happened, as far as I'm aware, ever. Like, the world has never really gone on, like, a total lockdown or anything like that. And it's pretty scary. It's probably never going to happen again in our lifetimes, and yeah, it's something which we can't just take lightly and not even think about. So Cameron did make the video yesterday. That's kind of prompted me to make this video today. Obviously I should have made it anyway, but I know YouTube was a little bit funny. Haven't really seen too many videos on this in my sub boxes or anything like that, but I did want to make a video. You know, if you guys want to go check out Cameron's video as well, it's a great video. Definitely recommend go checking it out. Even if you finish watching this video, still go over there, go check it out. But yeah, so coronavirus, it's pretty serious. We've had thousands and thousands and thousands of people dying. You know, it started out people saying it's just the flu. It's not just the flu, guys. It's got a lot more serious than that, which is the reason why so many people and so many countries have gone on lockdown. Cameron himself has actually had coronavirus. You know, he told me this a few weeks ago when we was recording. I didn't say anything. I don't know if he'd mentioned it in a previous video or anything like that, but obviously that's something personal. I wasn't going to mention it. I respected his privacy, but he has had it. His girlfriend has had it as well, and he's saying even now that he has recovered, even though he almost went into hospital, he can still feel that he's not 100%. He's not breathing properly. He doesn't know if this is going to last for weeks, for months, years. He honestly doesn't know, but coronavirus, COVID-19 is serious. It's not something you can just pass off as the flu, because it's not just the flu. We've had thousands of people dying in just the UK alone. I have wrote some just notes down here, so if I'm looking over in this direction, it's because I've jotted some stuff down that I did want to talk about. But our Prime Minister's in hospital. Our Prime Minister is in hospital in the UK, in critical condition. He's been put into intensive care. And that's our Prime Minister. That is one of the leading people leading the country, of course. He's going to be one of the people that is making sure he's very cautious, very careful with everything that he does, and he still managed to get COVID-19. I believe in the UK, we've now had over 7,000 deaths in the UK alone. And we've been on lockdown for over 2 weeks. The UK has pretty much been on lockdown for over 2 weeks. The only time you could leave the house was to get food, to get medicine, obviously if you had to go to work if you was essential, and also you could go for exercise once a day. However, there are so many people around the world, not just the UK, but around the world, that are just not taking everything that people say seriously. Like I said, you know, we've been in lockdown for over 2 weeks, and yet we're seeing 800 to 900 people dying a day alone from coronavirus. I think yesterday, or over the past 24 hours, we had 900 people die in the UK alone. And this is 2 weeks after lockdown. You know, the virus can take 3 weeks to actually show. And obviously that shows that probably the UK didn't go into lockdown soon enough. But that's something I'm not going to get into. But yeah, there's so many people dying right now. And we've not reached the peak. It's probably going to get worse if people are going to continue to neglect everything that they're being told. You know, like in the UK, like I said, we can only leave the house for certain essential things. But yet there was a story a few days ago that I read where in one afternoon, because the weather in the UK is really nice right now, 3,000 people went to a park in London. Whether they went there to go for a walk, sit down, some people were sunbathing in the sun. Like, guys, this is serious, and yet 3,000 people went into that park. If one person had coronavirus, they could pass it on to so many more people in that public park, and then they're going to pass it on to their families, and if they go to the supermarket, they're going to pass it on to those people. It's serious, guys. It really is serious. And for people who are just completely ignoring what the government say, and they're going to public parks to get a nice tan, or they're going to enjoy the sunshine. You know, people have been going to the beaches and stuff like that. No, just stop being selfish, stop being idiots. We've been told to stay inside. I'm staying inside. Millions of other people are staying inside. Why can't you? And I'm not speaking to you directly. You know, there's probably a small minority that are doing this. However, those people are going to affect so many other people without even knowing. I actually saw an image the other day of a police officer on the beach trying to tell a man and a woman to get off the beach because they were sat on the beach eating fish and chips. I don't class that as essential. The only time I'm leaving the house is when I go to get food or medicine. Luckily, we haven't needed to get any medicine or anything like that. We kind of got some already in the house. And the only other time, apart from that we're leaving the house is when we take the dogs for a walk, which doesn't happen every day because we don't like going out. And if we do take the dogs out, we take them out later in the evening when there's less people out, and we'll go somewhere where we know there isn't going to be anybody. You know, those are the only times that we've been leaving the house. But if people keep ignoring these messages and these warnings, and they're going to go to public parks, or they're trying to go to a beach to enjoy the nice UK weather and nice weather around the rest of the world, well, then the country's going to go on total lockdown, and you're not going to be able to leave the house at all. Because the sooner that we can get this under control, the sooner we can move on with the rest of our lives, which is pretty crazy that people are ignoring it. And I know that it's difficult, that some people are bored, they're being inside all day, it's not necessarily fun for them, they need to get out. Well, that's fine. At the moment in the UK, you can do that. You can go out for a walk once a day for like an hour. But don't go sit and eat fish and chips on the beach or go to a public park to get a tan, because that's not exercise, that's not essential. Just make sure that you're being cautious about what you do. You know, there's many things that you can do in your house to try and keep yourself entertained. You know, there's video games, there's watching TV, Netflix, you can even do exercise indoors, you can read books. There's so many things that you can do, and obviously those things might get boring, but we're going to have to deal with it, guys, because we need to stay inside and do as we're told. You know, one example, Animal Crossing. If you guys have the game or you was considering getting the game, I've played it for 2 weeks maybe. I put 100 hours into that game. It's a great game to play, especially with everything going on, because every day can be different, and it keeps you going back to play the game, and it can actually pass the time, and it's a really great game anyway. So that's one of the games, which of course I think is probably a really good game to play right now, instead of just doing the same thing, like a Call of Duty game where you're going to keep playing, or Plants vs Zombies where you're going to keep playing the same multiplayer game over and over. Animal Crossing kind of brings you back every day to do something new, which is great. So even if you just play a couple of hours a day, playing that every single day for a couple of hours, it's going to then make the day a little bit easier. And not only that, there's also a lot of content creators out there that you can watch as well on YouTube. When I'm streaming, I tend to stream maybe 4-5 hours in the evening, not just because I enjoy streaming, but I want you guys to have something that you can come and enjoy yourself as well. You know, if you don't have any friends that you can talk to at home, you can come to the stream, you can chat to me, you can chat to other people in the community. We're all here to work together, to be able to be a community so that we can get through this. If you don't really have anyone to talk to, come to us. Come to my Discord server. Come to anybody else's Discord server. Go to anybody else's streams. We're all a community together, whether it's my videos that you're watching, or you're watching Wolfie's videos, or you're watching somebody else's videos, or somebody else's live streams. Just remember that you're not always on your own. You can talk to somebody, you can speak to somebody, even if you don't have any friends, you can come, say hi, hang out, and if that makes your day go a little bit easier or a little bit quicker and stops you from tempting to go outside, well then I think we're at least doing the job that we should be doing. Obviously, we're lucky we can still work, but we're there for you guys as well. You know, we are content creators, we are entertainers, but we're also there to make sure you guys are being safe, make sure you guys are not feeling alone, and it can definitely help in a situation like this. I've probably missed some stuff out here, but just make sure you guys are doing what you should be doing. Stay inside. You know, wash your hands. Make sure you're washing your hands multiple times a day. Don't be touching your face too frequently. Don't be going seeing family members that don't live in your household, because one of you could potentially have it and pass it on to the other person. You know, if you go into the supermarket, make sure you're staying over 2 meters apart. You're keeping your distance. It's serious, guys. Thousands of people are dying, and we need to tackle this and get this under control. So if you guys do want to go check out Wolfie's video, he just has a little quick conversation about it, you're more than welcome to do so. I am going to be streaming tonight. if any of you guys do want to join, I do have another 3 Plants vs Zombies full game codes that I'm going to be giving away tonight on the live stream. So for those of you that don't have the game, it's potentially a game that you could pick up and play yourself. Plants vs Zombies themselves have been tweeting out a lot of codes over the past few days, so make sure you go follow them on Twitter. They've been tweeting out a lot of codes for you guys to be able to pick up and potentially play the game. Just let me know, guys, what are you actually doing in your spare time? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll let everybody know in the comments down below, because if you say something that you're doing in your spare time to pass the day, somebody might see that and be like, oh, I never thought of that. I might do that, and that might pass some of the time and maybe take me away from being tempted to go outside, because going outside right now, guys, for not essential things, we shouldn't be doing. But nonetheless, though, guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay inside, and I'll hopefully catch you all in another video.